What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Paññā, or Heaven. I'm here to acknowledge frequency, to alter your consciousness, to heighten your mind, to transcend above the deprivations, to ascend to the celestial inherent on earth. Anybody want to spend here? Not at the lame time, baby. As each passing day passes by, we gotta keep moving forward. We have to show up for ourselves. The result, it's not gonna show up right away. It's not gonna visually appearing in the mirror to what we desire the outcome to be, or in life in general. We first have to feel while we train. As we train, we feel fantastic, right? So what's the most important thing is the matter from the spiritual into that form is most important is how you feel. The love that you give into yourself is what matters. You can look in the mirror all you want. You can step on a scale and weigh yourself all you want. It's always going to fluctuating. The most important thing, like I mentioned, is that the feeling. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's just an illusion. It's a mirage that hidden the flaws that you have. Because, you know, look at this. Flawless? Psh, come on now. Truth of the matter is that there's a lot of scar here in my hand. There's a lot of scar here on the face. You know, there's bruises. There's, you know, old wounds that has been recalibrated. Confidently, the pure essence of emotion and orientation that will prevail, and also uplifting and also transcend. It's the revelations that is also coming from the healing process, that is the evolution of our beingness, of that nature that we are not. Maybe most of us are not enough because we are enigma to those who we are enigma for those who are not prepared or ready to see the uniqueness, the differences of who you are. No matter where you are at, you are enough. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You may have heard me mention this multiple times, not in just a video, but in person, because I Fruitarian love you are enough. Come as you are as well too, with the scar, with the broken heart, with the broken wings. We can still fly, right? The phoenix rise from the ashes, the koi fish evolutions, revolutions, metamorphosis into that dragon, right? The butterfly flap its wing when it's damaging in the metapod, trying to break through as a caterpillar, banging its heads and body and become indestructible. But towards the end, we all will perish and vanish, and also relinquish, and also deteriorate, decaying, and we are nowhere close to scientifically trying to AI and also not just rejuvenate, but for longevity to extend the human life, and in term of fusions of the brain and the cyborg to prolong. I mean, who really want to live like that? Because there's certain things that we need to accept ourselves just as who we are, not making, you know, changes. You know, there's a few things that might be pleasing to the eyes visually, but it's just ignorance, and also is a ignorance of bliss. Come on, you're doing harm to yourself more often than not, because you're trying to please another. Ladies, getting the breast augmentation and hurting yourself, you can't breathe or whatnot. That's not a really good way of doing things, and please another when you can't even please yourself, and you can't please the one that you're with. Instead, you're gonna go fuck with someone else and make the one that you're with all in the place of in a deprivation. But fortunately, the person know how to relinquish and also lift himself up as the spirit's human nature. Unconditionally loving and unvolitional love are able to reconcile and also forgive. That's the kind of a uniqueness of some certain individual that coming once in a lifetime that will lift humanity. And also, if you think you know me, you have seen my firmness in form and flexibility of fire and water, combinations of the hard and soft. Is a true form of one individual that's metamorphosis from that little young child. That strain are not the same. Biology is human nature. That mixture of the humans become the neurophysiology of biologies, and the truth of the matter is that that's the equilibrium for the term of variance or isolate, because person have to isolate themselves, and also there's a different strain and lineage, the rebel, the Buddhahood. Be water, my friend. As we get up, fire up, motivation in motion, of the wind, of the loveless, the earth sustain the physical form. And we should not think impossible when we know things are possible for those who strive, those who keep on moving forward. And you don't you dare give up. Let me tell you that there's our 45-year-old virgin who married for the first time, and it's never too late to find the right person, or you think the right person is hard to find, or you think there's not the right person, or you think that that's only one person. That's just wrong mindfulness. So you have to imagine, being old and looking back to realize that you waste your time with that wrong person. And that's why, you see the peaceful warrior are free and happy, because he's happy, alone but not lonely. That kind of persons would not have big regrets, because what we're doing it right. As we cultivar is a type of a plant. As we cultivate is a type of human. And as we breed for desire is a trait that we are producing and educating in each new generations by method, and such as getting the tissue culture, or carefully analyze, investigate, and control the seeds of the mind, the seeds of the plants. The productions is the cultivations. And most cultivars arise from the purpose of human. And also there's manipulations, but some originated from the wild. And the wild plants that have distinctive, right? It's the characteristics that is uniquely cultivar is the name that has been chosen according to scientific, according to the rebel, according to the rules of the incarnations, the code of the conducts, the code of the no man culture for the cultivation of the plant. And not all cultivation plants qualify as the cultivars. What does that mean? Generally speaking, we believe that the cultivar was coined as a term which means cultivate, cultivate variety, cultivar. Hey, it's a fusion, right? It's blending. It's common sense, but it's not common practice. There's things that people don't want to build themselves up. It's the merging of blending, that term that come together. There's the consecrations into adding that value towards happiness, towards love and affections, towards harmonious, towards the peaceful warrior spirits. It's a healthy lifestyle chosen. So you have the choices, choose for your totality, right? And the choices is always going to be worthy or worthless. Your choice. And it's still a challenge for those who think they're worthless and think I am not worthy. Saying that to yourself. Why? Why not say I'm worthy and say to yourself I'm better, and I'm worthy of someone better as well too? And do you believe that there are only one person for you? No, there's multiple. There are better people out there as well too. There's multiple university in this parallel universe. And if you're not good enough for yourself, you think that you're not good enough to be with them. I mean, that's something that you need to recalibrate. This is, of course, also limiting belief. You have to go to that. That's a lie, and that's come from that stage of not feeling worthy. And the course is not enough, and it's not worthy. It is also showing you, and so someone else as well too, that your lack of self-love. And I'm telling you this because you're worthy. You have to have the self-love. Work on that. Ingrain that. In this microbiology, virology, the term variance or genetic variance is used to describe a subtype of a microorganism that is genetically distinct from the main strain but not sufficient. It's not different to be termed a distant strain. A similar distinctions is made in botany between different cultivation and varieties. Cultivar, just remember that word is so simple as well too, that just cultivations, variety, cultivar. And that species of a plant termed cultivars, and you can apply the same concept into human form, the human beings. The person is the best, and to be the best is the best, what's the best to ever be. The best person out there is to be with you. The plant is sufficient. It's different to be termed as distinct strain, and that is, you might think that this person is probably the only bestest, the best one for you, when there's many bestest out there as well too. The distinct strain out there, maybe you are afraid that you might find someone good or better, that you can never ever find someone who's better. Come on, there's a lot of better out there. There's so many butter out there. There's so many, don't get butt hurt. That's pretty much it. Just be it. And her butt is like fruits of that peaches. I love you, beautiful ladies. And you got to believe in yourself that you have what it takes, because you put the effort in. And don't put that person on a pedestal, because there are almost 8 billion people in this universe, in this world that we're living in. On this planet we call Earth, Gaia, Paññā, right? Motherland that we are in. Do you really believe this, or do you just want to deny it? To be the best there is, the best of what's the best to ever be. Come on, baby. You have to cultivate different perspective, different minds. All about the mindsets. We got to change. We got to recalibrate. We got to reconfigure. We got to make that shift. Change your mind, you change your life, you change your perspective. You get to see the different angle, different view. Different point of view is the human nature. It's from the heart, because the heart knows with the spirits of peaceful warrior. In gratitude, thank you for this varieties, for this cultivar, for this diversity, right? Peace. I hope this message will elevate you and ascend above the deprivations to be here now, not delaying time, because living here now, you're living, baby. But if you're thinking about the past or anticipating for your future, you're not enjoying the present moment here. You want the future to be better, but you're missing the point right here. You feel me? Peace.